Hey, friends. Welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. Come join me, your host, Nicole, for some hope-filled conversations about heartfelt entertainment that makes your heart swing. Hey, Hallmarkies. Welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. I'm your host, Nicole, and today I'm joined once again by my friend Jax to talk about My Sweet Austrian Holiday, starring Will Kemp, Brittany Bristow, and Catherine Disher. It was written by Agnes Bristow and directed by Leif Bristow. Charlotte recently moved to Vienna and became a chocolatier after inheriting her grandparents' chocolate shop. Henry has just taken over his father's company that is trying to take over Charlotte's shop. Welcome back to the podcast, Jax. I'm excited to have you on.
Nicole, I am so excited to be here. Number one, I've missed you and just getting to hang
Oh,
out with
missed you
you. We were
too.
doing
Yeah.
our signed sealed liver watch parties. And
Yes.
if I'm being honest, I haven't watched many Hallmark movies this holiday season. I've been watching Netflix ones and a couple
Yeah.
Hallmarks, and this gave me the perfect excuse to watch this
Yes.
movie because we're chatting about it.
Yes. I'm so excited to have you on. It's been too long. I think the last time you were on, it was January for the winter movies,
Yes.
top 10 winter movies. Yeah.
We've got to do it more than twice a year.
Yes. Feels like ages ago, but it was really
Exactly.
just like 11 months ago.
Exactly.
Yes. But anyway, what were your first impressions on My Sweet Austrian Holiday?
So Brittany is one of my favorite actresses
Hmm.
on Hallmark, and she's a good friend, and I just love and adore her. I think that she and Will Kemp have such great chemistry in this movie. I think he is a doll. I mean, I'm engaged to a British man, so I love the British accent. I think he's ridiculously charming. I think Leaf and Agnes do a really good job with movies that they write and produce. I think it's cool that it's a whole family affair, Brittany's family. And come on, the Catherine Disher of it all, like she's amazing. Um, I will say for me, the whole chocolatier plot, not just with this movie, but with like other movies, it's not one that really interests me. Like I just am kind of like, oh, okay. I know that people love it. And for what that plot is, I thought they knocked it out of the park. But
Yeah.
I like something that's probably a little bit, I don't want to say even edgier, but for some reason, these chocolate plots and the whole like save the business thing don't intrigue me as much as other movies.
Yeah.
But with this cast and this creative team, I thought it was a really, really good, solid movie with all the cozy Christmas feels. How
Yeah.
did you feel about it?
I enjoyed it. I had a couple of misses, which I'll get to when we get to that segment. But I mean, overall, I enjoyed it. It wasn't my top favorite movie of the year, but it wasn't, you know, all the way at the bottom either. It was like right in the middle for me.
Yeah, I think that's really. Have you watched all of them?
I think I've seen all of them so far except Hanukkah on the Rocks. I still need to finish Following Yonder Star. And then I think the other two that are left to premiere. I think I've
So
seen
you're like
all the rest
it
of
it
them. Yeah.
firmly right in the middle for you.
Yeah. Oh, All I Need for Christmas is the other one with
Oh
Dan
yeah.
Janot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a cutie.
Yes, he's great. But yeah, all around, I thought it was great. The cast was great. I normally enjoy Agnes and Leaf's work as writers and directors. So yeah,
And it's really nice to know that their family gets to work on
it's
these
family
things
fair. Yeah.
together. Yeah, it's really, really
Yeah.
special. And especially because like Brittany does so many other projects that
Hmm.
don't involve her parents and they do
Yeah.
projects without her.
Hmm.
So when they get to work together, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
they're all very talented in this space. And it's just nice to know that this,
Yeah.
you know, families making family entertainment.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Going to our hits, what were some things that you did like about this movie and any standout scenes?
Okay, so even just right from the beginning, when we see Brittany interacting with all the cute little ballerinas,
That was so cute.
it was adorable. And she's just
Yeah.
so, Brittany Bristow is so natural on screen. And I think what is so incredible about her is like she's that way in person too. She really gives people time and attention and really looks at people when she talks to them and is just like such a giving, wonderful person in a bright light. And you just see her interacting with these kids, and like my heart is so warmed. And then for
Yeah.
some reason, I wasn't processing before I turned this on. I didn't realize that Catherine Disher was in it. And this woman can do no wrong in my book. Like, hilarious and good
Hmm.
witch. We got to
Yeah.
interview her once for the Bubbly Sesh, and she's just so delightful. I
Yeah.
want to see her in more things. I want to see her as a lead in one of these movies. Like, I need
Yeah.
Hallmark to break out of their thing and be like,
Yeah.
give me Catherine Disher as the lead. Like, this is what I want. I mean, not
Yes.
instead of Brittany, like, keep Brittany, but I want Catherine Disher to get her own movie. I think for me,
Yeah.
really at the end, getting to see how they both overcame all the obstacles and the barriers to be together. And then
Hmm.
I was like
Yeah.
really waiting for them to kiss. And I thought that they had a really solid kiss in this one. What
They
about you?
did.
What were your hits?
So, not scenes, but just overall, some of my likes were Charlotte and Maya's friendship. That was great. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie. And then the dynamic with Henry and Wilfred, and then the side story with Wilfred and Maya, I thought was fun. I kind of wanted to see more of them.
I know I thought we could have used more of them too.
Yes. And then also Charlotte's relationship with her mom, maybe a couple more scenes with the two of them.
Yeah.
And then Maya's matchmaking was awesome.
Girl, you know I love a matchmaker. You know I love it.
Yeah.
I thought that that was so fun. I love
Yes.
the energy of matchmaking.
Yes. And I don't have the line written down, but it was at the beginning. It was from Charlotte when I think Maya was starting to matchmake, and Charlotte comments on the cuckoo clock. Like the cuckoo clock will tell me when it's time to fall in love or something.
I love that. I thought that it was like, Agnes, I see you. I like this writing. Thank you very much.
That was great.
Yeah, that was
And
awesome.
then also Easter egg for Love on the Danube with Danube Development? Question
Oh,
mark?
Nicole, I didn't even realize that, but you're exactly right. That's hilarious. I love that.
I caught that right away. I was like, I see what you're doing there.
I see you. I see you.
Yes. Oh, a comical scene with Maya was, I think, the first one at the chocolate shop when Maya was trying one of Charlotte's chocolates. I think that she wanted to put out for the Christmas market. And Maya says, I feel like I've been transported to a Christmas tree farm. I can see a handsome lumberjack chopping down a tree. Wait, he's calling me over.
That was really good, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
That's exactly right. That line, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute.
Would be me. Wait, he's calling me.
We all get it. We all feel that.
Yes. And then Henry and Charlotte's meet cute, I thought was awesome at the Christmas market. And then they
Yes.
were getting to know you conversation on the balcony, kind of overlooking the city. And I love in Henry and Charlotte's meet cute when he tries the chocolate for the first time and he says, it's like a chocolate symphony playing a crunchy crescendo.
Like, okay, what if we got those kinds of compliments? Like, it's so specific.
Yeah.
And to your point, he's so in awe of her. He's like, wait,
Hmm.
you do this and you do that, and wait, you were a lawyer? Like, he's so
Yeah.
impressed by her. And I
Yeah.
love that it's not just because she's pretty, because yes, she's gorgeous and she's
Hmm.
sweet, but
Yeah.
he also likes what an incredible, accomplished woman she is.
Hmm. Brittany did give a fun behind the scenes. I think it was of this scene, if I remember correctly, and how Will was just like he was having a hard time chewing the chocolate because it was so chewy.
Seems great. I can see that.
Oh my
He's like
gosh.
just trying to make it work. He's like, okay, come on now.
Okay, I can't.
Here we go.
This is taking forever to eat this chocolate. I loved Henry and Charlotte's first date and then walk after dinner when he walked her home and they have the chocolate nightcap.
My favorite kind of nightcap. I don't drink alcohol, so I'm like
Yeah.
all about a chocolate nightcap, a hot chocolate. Are you kidding
Mm-hmm.
me?
Love
Like,
hot
let's do
chocolate.
that. All
Yeah.
chocolate nightcap.
Yes. Oh, this was another comical scene with Charlotte and Maya. I think this was my favorite between the two of them, like comedy wise. Not necessarily the discussion they were having about having to potentially move, but the Grinch and Christmas Carol reference. And Maya was like, "What's a who?" And Charlotte was like, "You haven't seen the Grinch?" Maya.
We need to change this.
Oh my gosh. That was awesome.
That was great.
Yes. Also, not necessarily a favorite scene, but chimney cakes. I have never had those.
I haven't either. And I did not know. I was like, wait, what? Huh?
Mm-mm.
Never had one.
I wonder if they're
Did they
any
make them
good.
up?
I don't know. I'll have to look them up and see if it's actually a real thing.
It's like, huh? I mean, I'll take them.
Yes.
I'll try
Yeah.
them. Believe me.
Yes. I love cake.
Yeah, I love cake.
Yes. I think one of my top favorite scenes is the ice skating with Henry and Charlotte, and then the talk over hot chocolate.
Yeah, I think in these movies, if you're going to do like a very wintry movie, especially one that's like in a
Hmm.
different country and you're
Yeah.
doing all the cozy feels,
Hmm.
I love an ice skating scene. I
Hmm.
think it
Yeah.
really adds a lot to it. And this one felt very romantic.
I think so too. And I love Henry's reaction to Charlotte knowing how to ice skate. He's like, okay, now she's like a professional skater, and I am not.
Yes. And he's someone who is what I love about his character,
Yeah.
exactly what you're saying, Nicole, is that like he's impressed with her and he's not intimidated. Like
Yeah.
some men are intimidated by women who've got it going on, and he's not.
Hmm.
He's just like, wow, you're amazing.
Yeah. Do you like to go ice skating? Yes.
Okay, let me say this. I've been ice skating with the girl I used to babysit for, and I was fine when I
Okay.
was there and I was holding her hand. And then I went with my fiance and I was falling everywhere. And then I went with my friend
Hmm.
Kaylee, who's like almost a professional
Okay.
level figure skater,
Yeah.
and I was falling everywhere. I think I need a kid to keep me with my wits about me, someone I need to take care of.
Yeah.
How about you? Do you like it? Because I'm very clumsy.
I enjoy it, but I am clumsy too. I always worry about falling, but it's fun to go ice skating.
So you and I would be like hugging the wall together.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's okay.
But it's fun. It's a fun
It's
Christmas
fun.
activity. I haven't done it in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a
But
little
maybe
while for me
someday.
too.
Yeah. Of course, I love a good scene where the characters are making something in the kitchen together. This time it was chocolate. That was great.
Yeah, we love our Hallmark Channel baking
Yeah.
scenes, chocolate
Baking
making
scenes.
scenes.
Yeah.
Um, and of course it makes me really hungry when I'm watching.
Yeah. And then the conversation with Charlotte and her Oma's friend Paulina. That was one of my favorite scenes, I think, in the movie.
Yeah, I feel like the acting in this was so grounded
Hmm.
too. Just
Yeah.
like such a vulnerable, beautiful conversation.
Yeah. I agree. And then, of course, the Christmas ball and chocolatier of the year competition. They have their dance and their first kiss. And then we see them at the end at the chocolate shop, to the old and to the new. And that was a
Yeah,
great kiss, that one in the chocolate shop.
girl. Yes. I like that Hallmark Channel
Hmm.
that you can watch it with your family or if you have kids around, like it's family friendly, but
Yeah.
mama still wants a good kiss.
Also, that dance, I think that they need to be on Dancing with the Stars.
It's so funny that you said that. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, can't we get them on Dancing with the Stars? Yes,
Yeah,
that's exactly
please. Probably not partners.
right. They can partner with the professionals and compete against
Yes.
each other, and then that could be fun.
Yes, that would be awesome. I mean, Trevor Donovan did it and he did a great job.
He did
So,
a really good job. Trevor did really well.
yeah. So I thought it was a great way to end the movie. And I think it could set up nicely for another one to see where their story goes.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where their story goes, especially because these
Hmm.
two were such heavy hitters and they're so, I mean, look, these two
Yeah.
were complete stars in the space, and Leaf and Agnes
Hmm.
are also very well
Yeah.
versed in the space. So I think they could do a good job with the sequel.
Yes, I think so too. So going to Mrs. Was there anything you didn't like about this movie or anything you wanted to see?
So I didn't have a ton of misses, but here's the thing. I would love to see
Yeah.
these two in something where they're both really, really, really funny people. And I want to get
Okay.
to see them
Yeah.
in something where they can be a lot quirkier and weirder. Like I'd love to
Hmm.
see that. And then for me, a little bit of a miss, and I can't tell if I think it should have been different story-wise or if
Hmm.
it's just like upsetting, is when, Will's character is talking to his dad and basically being like, "You've never been there for me." It
Hmm.
seems so harsh, and I know that's sometimes how we speak to people and
Hmm.
sometimes how people feel,
Yeah.
either because it's true or just because that's how you feel in that moment and you're you're
Yeah.
you're saying that. But I just felt like that to me hit a little too hard. Like
Hmm.
he didn't really have any empathy for his dad in that moment. And for me, I would have liked to have seen it a little bit more
Yeah.
nuance and understanding in that moment
Hmm.
too. So those for
Yes.
me were the only things that were kind of popped in
Yeah.
that way. What for you was sort of
I
missing?
wanted a lot more Christmas feels. I mean, I loved what we did get. All the decorations were beautiful, but a couple more Christmas activities maybe would have been nice to see. And while this did not make me not enjoy the movie, I did think that the conflict was a little on the predictable side, but that's okay.
Yeah, Nicole, I'm with you. It's like it's interesting because with these movies, we like a certain amount of
Yeah.
predictability, but then
Yes.
we also want them to shake it up a little bit.
Hmm.
And for some people, they're like, yes, this is exactly what I want for this one.
Yeah.
Whereas you and I have watched so many that we're like,
Hmm.
oh, you can shake it up a little bit.
Yeah. But it didn't make me not enjoy the movie. And
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing against the actors and, Leaf and Agnes. They're all great. So,
Yeah, and you know what? Like it's giving a lot of people like exactly what they want too. And what I
mhm.
did like is that it didn't get nasty between them, like
Yeah.
super nasty. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
The only other little thing, and this is okay. I do think age is only a number and like they're
Hmm.
adults and but
Yeah.
Will is a decent amount of years older than Brittany.
Yeah.
And in some worlds, I see him as more, even though they had incredible chemistry. The kiss
Yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah.
They had great chemistry.
Yeah.
I see him as a little bit more of like a big brother vibe to her.
Okay.
If that
Yeah.
like
It
I thought they
does
nailed
make
it.
sense.
But if
Yeah.
I was casting, I probably would put her with people that are a little closer to her age and him with people that are a little closer to his
I
age.
see what you're saying.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I actually agree. So, but they were
But
great
I mean,
together.
they
Yeah.
were great together.
Yeah.
It's just they're not the two I would have paired. I would have paired them in like, you know what I would pair them in because I
Yeah.
love
Go
mysteries.
ahead.
They're like solving mysteries together and they're like best friends.
Yes. Can we
Yeah.
get a movie like
Please
that,
get a
please,
movie.
Hallmark?
Please, Hallmark, because they have amazing chemistry. And I
Yeah.
think it would be so fun to see them together in like kind of like with Lacey Chabert and Scott Wolf when they play brother
Hmm.
and sister. Like
Yes.
that's really
Yeah.
all relationships are fun and interesting to explore. They don't always have to be romantic.
Yes, very true. We know you were listening, Hallmark, because I've said this on other episodes. Last year, Alex and I asked for an Amy Groening movie in our Santa Summit review, and we got an Amy Groening movie.
And thank goodness because that was I adore her.
She is
I
fantastic.
adore her. I thought her movie this year was
It was
plot-wise
so
a little
cute.
predictable, all of that, but
Yeah.
her, oh my gosh, she's
And
one of my
Robert Buckley?
favorite leads now. Robert Buckley, the two of them,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care what these two do, they
Mm-mm.
elevate everything. I love.
Yes. Yes. Also, Madeline Arthur. We asked for more Madeline Arthur. We got Madeline Arthur.
Give the people what they want. We know you're listening.
Yes.
Oh, and also good for Hallmark Channel for listening with putting The Way Home back on the network and not just on.
Yes. That too. Yes. They do listen to their fans, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. Even if sometimes we feel like they're not listening.
They
Sometimes
do. They listen. Yeah. Even with Signed Sealed, we got two movies.
Oh, thank goodness they listened for that.
They better not end it at
I
the
know.
next one. They better not.
Hallmark, if you're listening, keep it going.
Please. Pretty please with the cherry on top. All the postables are kindly asking you for more.
Kindly asking, waiting patiently. Come on now.
Postables are a patient group, I will say.
Patient, faithful, passionate.
Yes, yes. But anyway, going back to the movie, what were your ratings for the cast?
Oh, okay. So I would say for the cast, it's gonna have to be 5 stars. It's Catherine Disher,
Mhm.
Brittany
Yeah,
Bristow, and Will Kemp. Are you kidding me? It's an embarrassment
yeah,
of riches. Um,
yes,
I love. It's a 5 for me for this cast. How about you?
yes. Same. I gave it a 5 for cast. And then chemistry?
Chemistry, I would give chemistry a 4.5, only because I think they have fantastic chemistry, but every once in a while it would pop that I'm like, and again, I'm not judging people that are in
No,
relationships with people that are older or younger than them, but
no,
I was
not
like,
at all.
he's a little old for her. He's a little old for
Hmm.
her. So I would give
Yeah.
it a 4.5. What about you?
Actually, on the same page, I said
Really?
4.5 too. Yes. And then Christmas feels.
So I am less intense about needing a ton of Christmas
Hmm.
feels,
Yeah.
but I agree with you that even I thought there could have been
Hmm.
more. But for me and what I like, I gave it a 4. I was like, we could use a little more.
Okay, we're close. I said 3.5, which isn't terrible, but still,
But
yeah.
makes sense because I think you need more Christmas feels than me. So
Yeah.
it's like they didn't quite even give
Yeah.
me any Christmas feels.
Yes. Totally understandable. And then setting,
Okay, look, this is one of those things.
Vienna.
It's beautiful. It's
Hmm.
Vienna. We got to give that a 5.
I said 5 for setting. And then story.
Okay. I think Agnes did an incredible job in writing
Hmm.
it, and like the dialogue's so great.
Hmm.
The story is a little predictable for me because I've watched so many, and like I
Hmm.
said, the chocolate thing and the business thing isn't really as
Hmm.
much my thing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 4.2 because it does exactly everything it should do and
Hmm.
works perfectly, but it's not my like, oh, this is my favorite thing kind of vibe.
Yes.
What about you?
I said 3.5. So 3.5 movies for me, they're good. Like I really enjoyed them, but 3.5s are like right in the middle for me. So they're like middle of the road.
That makes complete sense.
Yes. But that doesn't mean that I enjoyed it any less. Like I really enjoyed this one. So,
Well, especially because we watch so
yeah.
many, like I think it's that thing of being like,
Hmm.
oh, like some of them have to be in the middle. It doesn't mean that they're
Hmm.
not good. It just means that like some of them
No.
have to fall in
Yeah.
the middle somewhere.
Yes. And then overall.
Overall, just because the things that are most important to me, I'm not as much of a plot person as I am
Okay.
character and acting.
Yeah.
So for me, for this one, a 4.3 because cast is so strong and the acting's so strong that
Okay.
all the other things that I'm like could be better or could be not better, but could be more suited to me. I don't think about as much because I'm really invested in these
Okay.
actors. How about you?
Yeah. I said 4 overall. I don't know if that math adds up correctly,
Same with my math. I'm like 4.3, like what am I even doing?
but I thought it was enjoyable, and I would love to see them work together again.
Yeah, I mean, they're both such gems. I think
Hmm.
it's great to see two actors who can
Hmm.
carry a movie. Like they could carry a whole
Yeah.
movie on their own, and they're both in
Hmm.
this one. And that's really cool to have two people that
Yeah.
are really heavy hitters in the same movie.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. Well, this was so much fun, Jax. Thank you for joining me. I had a great time.
I had a great time too. I can't wait
Yes.
to hang out in the
Yes.
new year as
Yes.
friends and to review movies with
Yes.
you.
Yes. Can't wait to do it again in the future. All right, Hallmarkies, I think that wraps up our review of My Sweet Austrian Holiday. If you enjoyed this episode and are watching on YouTube, you can like this video and share your thoughts about the movie in the comments. If you are listening on Spotify, make sure to rate and review, as your feedback is always greatly appreciated. If you want to stay up to date on all of my episodes, you can subscribe to this channel on YouTube or follow along on Spotify, and make sure to turn on the bell so you are alerted when new episodes come. You can also find the podcast on Facebook and Instagram at Swing My Heart Podcast and Twitter at Swing My Heart Pod. We hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and we will see you next time. We love y'all. Bye.
Bye.